Hey, third line, how are you? Vicky? Let me get my glasses on so I can even see. Yeah. Um, yeah, guys, my last live stream, I know I kind of stopped that kind of abruptly. Um, yeah, I needed to go because if I didn't, I was going to start saying stuff I didn't really want to put on you guys. So um, that's why it happened like that. So I apologize if that kind of bugged people. I did get a couple comments saying they said they were pissed because um, it sounded like I was, not telling you guys something. So why would I even bring it up? I was telling you guys something. I just can't say those words because if I use those words, the video will get buried, and it's getting buried enough as it is. So that's why it was never my intent to make somebody feel like I was withholding information from you guys. Because I would, if I was going to do that, I would absolutely not even bring it up. So hopefully you guys understand that. Hopefully that little explanation could kind of make people understand a little bit better. I do feel, I've been struggling a little bit with my inside my own head here, what's going to happen around all of us, and it's easy being on the other side there, guys, because I'm there too. I've kind of played both roles. When I'm watching somebody else's channel, I feel exactly like you do. But when I'm doing my channel, it's a little different. And there's certain things you can't really say, especially keywords, because it'll just bury the stupid video. Hey, Susan. But with that said, yeah. There is things going on, and guys, again, on this side of the video, I go through stuff just like everybody else does. I'm seeing and living the exact same thing that you guys are. And I hope you guys understand that. And that's why sometimes I do get upset, because I do take this very seriously, and I feel like it's partly my responsibility to try to keep people informed, at least in a little bit. There are things that I receive that I can't share with you guys. I mean, it's just the fact of the matter. I just can't do it for multiple reasons. Sometimes I don't believe what people are saying, sending me. Other times it's so negative, and I think about it before I bring it out to you, because if I bring it out and say something, if it's just going to be negative and there's nothing we can do or say about it, or if it's not even going to change anything, why would I bring a negative thing out to you guys? It's just kind of crazy. So that's why. And I know it kind of looks different sometimes, but that's the only reason. So just know that. And I'm not going to tell people how to think or how to react and all that kind of thing, because I think and react the exact same thing that you guys do. So I really hope you guys understand that. But with that explanation, I am going to go ahead and get into this, because I love always. Don't worry about it. I was just bringing up some stuff from my last live stream. If you go back and watch it, you'll understand. I stopped the video almost right, pretty quickly, because I started talking about some stuff, and it's just been bothering me. We're all going to have some big decisions to make very, very shortly. And all the stuff that's happening in the world around us, it's going to be a hard decision, especially for those people that have kids. And I'm talking about the supposed injection we're all going to have to take to get rid of the global illness, is what I'll call it. Yes, I'm dancing around that word for a reason. It's not because I'm scared to say it. It's because if I do say it, the video won't go nowhere. Go watch other people that say it and see what happens to their videos. They don't go nowhere. And I could care less about the view count and stuff on that, other than the fact that I want people to hear what I have to say. I don't monetize my channel, so there's no ads here. There's no motivation that way. So it's not an attempt to keep from getting demonetized, because that doesn't even play a factor on my channel. So I really hope you guys understand that. If you're confused a little bit, just go back and watch my other one. It's only 35 minutes, and again, I ended it kind of abruptly, and that was probably the wrong thing to do. My emotions were just getting the better of me, and I didn't want you guys to feel that or see that. So that's why. So those of you guys that got upset at me, or were worried or what have you. Um, you know, I apologize, but I'm human too. And I really hope people can understand that. So I will, we'll just go ahead and jump into this now. Knowledge, what's up? Frank, Susan. Frank, you were in there earlier, so, yeah, I know. That's a big thing, guys. It really is. Everybody, here's the thing. I'm going to say one thing about this. Is the fact that, people that are for or against our current leader. And then at the same time, they're against the shot we're all going to have to take or be forced to take. Who's initiating that? Think about that for a second. It should make you think just a little bit. What's the right thing to do, number one. Number two, why is our current leader pushing for something like that? Especially if a bunch of people are against it that's in his, his base. I just don't get it, Yeah, Preston, God bless all of them. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. It's just, there's a lot of questions there. There's, almost you can almost draw a line. Those that are against the shot that we're all supposed to have to take, okay? Those same people usually support our current leader. But he's the one pushing, along with a lot of everybody else too, to get this done and get it done quickly. So that's where my my problem lies. I'm trying to figure it out for myself, and I'm not sure what the right answer is. And everybody's going to have the right answer for themselves. But my decision I got to make for me and my family, and I have kids that I have to worry about that I'll probably be forced to make that decision for them, and that really weighs on my mind. So I don't so if people can't understand that, then I really don't know what to say. That's just simply my opinion and what I've been feeling. And you're welcome to have your own opinion, because that's what I encourage. But that's what I'm going through in my own head. So I said all that just to explain what happened in the previous video. I don't want people thinking I just did that for no reason. I really got off stream real quick because I was getting really, really upset just talking about it. So anyway, that's what happened. So I am going to move on because we do have some stuff to talk about here. So okay, we'll start with the Schumann again, guys. Look, there's another spike. It's the same one I showed you in my previous video. There's nothing else going on outside of that frequency. Again, guys, that's the most one. That is my opinion, the most important thing we need to look at, and that's what this is. When this thing is all out of whack, so are we. That's just a simple, provable fact. So I really hope people take this serious, and that's why I started showing it about 6 or 8 months ago, every video, and at the beginning, so everybody would see it. So that's why I report on this the way that I do. If you're confused about what this is, guys, you go over and watch Verte Alberto's channel. He'll explain it down into detail. You might have to stop and rewind just so you can understand everything. But I can give a basic explanation, which I'm not going to do today. I do it a lot. So, if you really want a basic explanation, you can go look at some of my other videos too behind me. So, okay. You guys can see this, right? We got another flare here. It happened after I got off stream at 1 o'clock this morning, or around midnight, I guess it was. So we've had, another one. And down here, geomagnetically, we're reacting a little bit, it seems, to these X-rays, geomagnetically. But what I'm seeing on the magnetopause right now is not from this flare. Okay, remember, the X-rays get here in 8 minutes, and they're gone just as fast. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just a second, what's going on with the magnetosphere right now. Now, if you simply just look at the ACE data, you can see that, we had this big blackout area. Was that a line of sight, or was it a line of sight missing? And then, where the satellite can't compute, transmit data back, or is this something else too? Because this is an extremely long period. You're looking at, let's see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours. So, maybe there was some maintenance they needed to do. Don't know. The Enlil model has already changed because of the CME I'm going to show you guys. That's this right here. And if you judge it by this particular model, which this isn't a CME tracker, this is just simply showing you density. Okay? But that density is coming from that CME. That's what that is. And it does look like, according to this, that it's going to hit us. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like a glancing blow. But, we'll see what happens. And I'll keep you guys updated. We got 4 to 5 days before that gets here. Aurora. I didn't show this earlier because there wasn't nothing going on with it. Well, now there is. Okay, because we started getting this activity, and there you go. Also, something else that I'm noticing here that we hadn't been seeing. You guys see how that's egg-shaped? A lot of us wonder why sometimes that gets egg-shaped. I think what it is because we're getting pressure on both sides. On the light side of the Earth and the dark side. Front and back. Facing the sun or not facing the sun, or backside. So it looks like our magnetics are getting squeezed a little bit on both sides, and that's why you get that egg shape. That's just my opinion, and I do have observations to support that, but I could be wrong too. Again, most of the time when I show you guys this, if you go back and look, it's pretty circular. It's not this egg-shaped crap that we're seeing right now. So that's why I'm showing it to you. Okay, now we'll go down here to the absorption prediction. What this is this is going to show you x-rays, and you're going to see the flare. Okay, actually I'm just going to grab it because it'd be faster. Okay, that was one of them. That was powerful, pretty decent size anyway. I don't want to call it powerful because it really didn't cause a whole lot of issue, I don't think. When I got up to a 5, and I think we see it get a little further here in a minute. Yep, there it was. That's a bigger one. Okay, and obviously, that's pretty evident, right? Now, how do I know it's a flare? Watch how fast it comes and goes. Okay, that's the energy that gets hit into our system, and it took it that long to it was very, very short, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think we have any more action after that. I'll rotate this through just to see, but yeah, nothing else right there. So look at the geoelectric field model, and it's showing that flare too. Okay, you're going to see it. What this is it's our electrical grid, space weather's effect on our electrical grid. And, if we could go back a little bit further in time, we can't really go back and get historic data on this. But you can clearly see how, we're getting some energy there. This is the most up-to-date one. Now, if you look at this, it really didn't start up again until about right here. Okay, so if we go back here and look at the absorption rate, let's go see what's this one, 950, okay. So this is showing no x-ray issue, but this one here is showing issue against our electrical field. So what could that be? Well, it's solar wind or something, and I'm going to show it to you here in a minute because nobody was talking about this. None of it was supposed to happen. Before I do that, I forgot to get... We'll take a look at this one real quick. Well, they got red aurora again. Okay, remember, where do the red auroras come from? They come from a slow atomic reaction when the, I'm not, probably wrong words there. It's a slow reaction back to normal state. Okay, what causes aurora is the charged particles hit oxygen molecules, okay, in our atmosphere, right? And the color it gives off comes from it going back to its resting state, or its how can I put this? I'm having trouble finding the word right now. But anyway, the red ones come from those same oxygen molecules, but it's a slower reaction. That's why it shows up as red. So what would cause the red auroras? Well, we've been having extremely slow solar wind again. And the last time we seen these red ones, if you guys remember, I even said that. And I can't believe that people haven't put that together that are way smarter than me. Because, that people were asking questions, why would we see that? What could be the cause of that? Well, slow solar wind, in my opinion, would cause a slower reaction. So, in both times, the last time we seen these red auroras was when we were having slow solar wind. Anyway, here's another sunspot, and this sunspot did CME and flare, okay, all of it. C-class solar flares. It's doing its thing right now. Something else I'm going to show you here real quick. Well, we got 37 fireballs, which isn't that high. We've seen a lot more. Now, guys, remember yesterday I said, listen, we haven't been seeing much on this graph, and nothing much was changing. Well, yesterday was the 11th, right? If we go back yesterday to look at this, I'm going to show you here in a minute, this was not there. Neither were a couple of these other ones. This one, the 0.5 here on the 6th, was not there. These were all added after the fact. That means that they did not see them until they passed us. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, let's just go back to let's go back to the 10th, see what it shows there. Okay, if we go up here to the 6th, do you see a 0.5 anywhere? No. You go down here, look, there's not even nothing on November 11th. And there were other ones in there too, guys. They missed a lot this time, and I don't know why. And with that being said, a 0.5, 2 0.5s, which means that's halfway the distance to the moon. And I know they miss them, and I know they can't catch them all, but those seem to be a little close for us to be not being able to see them, in my opinion. And I get it. They're going to miss some sometime, but it seems like it's every time. And that's why I say that. That was the 11th. I should have put it up to the 12th. Sorry. Dang it, I didn't hit view. Man, tell you what, guys. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, we got this added, the 4.3, the 3.8, a 1 here on the 9th that happened. I'm not sure if that was there or not, but I know this one wasn't there, this one wasn't there, and I think this 3.8. Now the size of them is 10 and 9 with diameters. It's not huge. It's actually on the small side. Maybe that's why they missed them. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, they missed them. So here's the geomagnetic field, the magnetosphere model. Okay, I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna reset it first, though. Okay, obviously, guys, you're seeing we're getting hit. And I want to show you guys something here too. See the timestamp? 7:05. It only goes to 8:07. That's 1 hour. This usually shows 2 hours. So that's different too, which means that they probably didn't have any data. This wasn't getting data. And I know you guys see that little pause and kind of shake back. Whenever we see that, it's usually the time up here. It'll stop and go back a second and then go forward. It's a model flaw, so don't worry about that. I used to think it was kind of crazy too, but it's not. Now this is going to look all kinds of crazy to you guys, okay? When's the last time you guys looked at this thing and seen it looking like this? I'd have to venture to say never. You know, the blue is higher density. Now the shape of this is what's got me kind of, you know, jaded. This is all abnormal, guys. This is not what this thing normally looks like when we get hit. Especially out here in the front. Watch these high dense particles stay right here. This is not an opening either, okay? What this is it's a simple density difference. That's all that this thing does, is show you density. All that this does is show you speed. Okay, it's not showing you an open or closed part of our magnetic field. That's not what this thing is showing us. We have to understand that. Now, we do have cracks and whatever else in our magnetic field, but so look at that, guys. I mean, and what's crazy about it is none of this was expected. None of this. And that is not what this thing does when a solar flare hits us. Okay? Like I explained before, it's here and gone, and it's X-ray. It should not affect our magnetic field or even really change the density at all. Much. Okay? We shouldn't just see it like that. So I don't know, you know, this event is coming from something that none of us seen coming. At least nobody that I heard talk, or myself in my own research. And this one here is really, I've never ever seen this thing do like this. Okay? Now, you know, not so much the intensity here, but it's the size of the actual signature here and everything else around it. Okay, notice, you know, it's kind of, it's open back here, over here. Watch it get real intense up here. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and you know, that signature itself right there, okay, yes, what's happening here, guys, is we're getting hit, we're getting compressed, and then we're pushing back. It's called rapid expansion. Okay? But the shape itself is just kind of strange. Okay, this backward C shape that goes this far, that's a lot of pressure. Okay, the Earth is fending it off just fine. It's just this is just really, really crazy looking strange. Never seen it look like this. Not on this model. Okay? Now this one's gonna, you know, this is the simple one. Watch what this thing does. Come on, play. Okay, don't. We'll do it this way. Here we go. This gives us a capture every minute. Now remember, this thing was missing data. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. I'm gonna go back and show you when we get hit. Okay, look at our density. That's 46. That does not happen because of X-rays. It's not a solar flare. Okay? So, again, yeah. So the time, I mean, the speed didn't really go that high, but the density, you know, got real high there for a second. Seeds. We've had a CME. Here you go. Here it is. Okay? And again, I don't know if it's coming at us or not. I don't really have a clue on that. Let's tell you what we can do. We can do the... Last time this thing didn't update, and it still hasn't. That's from the first. That kind of stuff just makes me sick. So yeah. Okay, so I'll show you the CMEs and all that stuff here in just a second. So let's do this. I'm gonna hit play. The CME's over here. Okay, guys. The flare happens here and over here. There's the CME. There's a flare, and then watch over here. Okay, it don't show up. That flare over here didn't show up too well, but watch this one on the end. Okay, that one didn't show up very well. This one will though. CME and a flare. Get a flare there in just a second, and then it'll come back over here and watch over. See that one? It just flared again. See that? So that's where the flaring and stuff is happening. It's happening on both, and this is considered a sunspot now. They gave it a number. All right. Oh, let me go back here for a second, because I want to show you this magnetopause model. Remember, the sun's out to the right on this one, so and again, you know, this is doing stuff, but we had a jump in time there, 6 hours, right from there to there. That's a 6-hour jump in time. So we're not even able to see what was going on there. This one's kind of mimicking what I was talking about earlier too. See how it's different here on the bottom than it is on the top? And that's showing that different density there too, like it was opened up. But it's not showing open and close. It's showing, you know, density and stuff. So that's what that looks. You know, the models are confirming themselves by other models, but the fact of the matter is, you know, we weren't expecting it. Nobody was. At least from what I could see and what I was the ones that I've been watching, where I've been researching stuff too. Okay. We did have like a 6.0? Was it a 6.0? It was a 5.3 there. I can't remember if we had it. It was either yesterday or the day before. We had a 6.0 down here in Tonga. I think it was the day before. Here's all magnitudes for one day. Okay. Again, we're getting these swarms. This one here is on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. We got one here in Kuwait. So, yeah, I mean, so yeah, here is, I'll show you guys an update, give you an update on the power outage stuff here. I'll bring you guys out here to me for a minute, see what's up. Candace said, what's up, guys? Let me, yeah, I guess we're okay there. Okay. Making sure. Candace and Sid was in here on my last video. Guys, I'm sorry that, you know, I kind of, hey, birthday, kind of abruptly killed that. If you guys go back and watch the beginning of this video, I explained why. You know, stuff was just getting to me, and I just couldn't, I was getting ready to get all kind of crazy, so I'll let it go. Anyway, so we got, hey, what's up, Scott? Now remember when I showed you guys this last night, you know, most of the activity and all the stuff that was missing down was across the whole globe, but it was more so here where we were at. And it's following, and this is going to follow the major metropolitan areas anyway, because there's more customers there. But this is just simply a YouTube down detector. And look what's going on here in Paris. Okay, that's where that's coming from. Okay, here too. Now this is definitely something's going on here, because it's not a pure internet outage. But YouTube, face puke, Okay, this was even more intense last night. Okay, it's not the exact same areas. You guys notice that? It was over top of Paris, guys, not over here. So this is not an internet outage. These are particularly social media platform outages. So that could be caused from servers, specifically servers, but what's causing it to happen worldwide? And it was more so just here in the States last night, but when I showed it to you guys earlier. But again, this is Twitter. Nothing in Paris right now, guys, but YouTube's still down over there. So what? I mean, it's going to be spotty, I would say. I wouldn't say it was completely gone, but this is not just a simple internet outage. These are social media platforms that are outing in multiple ones. So you have to ask yourself, what in God's name is doing that? Yeah, Scott, that's, who knows? He said it looks like a huge purge. So, you know, and that's what's going on with that, guys. I don't know what else to say there. You know, I wish I could give you guys a better update and give you guys better, you know, answers on that, but we're never going to know, just so you know. If it was something that was nefarious, we're not going to know it. Hey, Hilly, what's up? So, yeah, guys, don't have much more else to say, but listen, what we're getting hit with now, I'll show it to you guys one more time here. We'll take a good look at it again, just real quick before I, you know, end the video here. Where do I have it at? Was it there? Yep. I'm going to update this and see what we get. Remember, this is only giving us an hour right now, which is strange in itself. It should be giving us 2 hours. So we had missing data on this. We had missing data on the Australian magnetopause model, which I've never seen that Australian model miss data ever. When all the other models were missing data, that one always stayed on. And today it's missing like 5 hours. So that it's all kinds of strange. And the signatures that this thing is showing us is not what a normal signature would be, even if we got hit by something normally like the sun, you know, solar weather. I wouldn't call this so crazy, but it's not the fact that stuff's reacting. It's the fact is that the actual way that these signatures are looking and what it actually looks like it's pointing to. That's what is crazy. Okay, we got a high dense area right out in front of us. Now I know it looks like it's opening and closing, and I have to stress that that's not opening and closing. This is just showing you density. That actually means it's more dense right there. Okay? Particles anyway. Now our magnetic field, you know, we could have, you know, some cracks and stuff going on. Maybe it's letting more particles in there. Maybe that's why it's more dense. But I can't confirm that. There's really no way to do that other than, you know, whatever we want to talk about. Now, you know, with that being on the day side, and that's where Paris is right now, and that's where they're having, you know, Europe and stuff, that's where they're having most of the issues at this moment. So maybe that's what's going on there. I don't know. But again, here's the absorption rate for flares. Okay, it's going to show you X-rays. And we had this one here. Well, I'll show you the first one first. Okay, got that one there, and then we get this one. Obviously the second one was stronger. You can see where it gets up to 10 decibel, probably about 11. That's a significant hit on the absorption rate model, okay? But if you go up here, you can see that we flared. So that explains what that is. But to have, you know, guys, when that stuff started happening with all the outages, okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. So that flare actually could be the cause of what was going on. That's right at the same time as that the social media platform started having issues. Okay, I was able to access all kinds of stuff, but I even started buffering, and then everybody was buffering. I mean, it was chaos last night. People trying to do live streams. Okay, so, and I kept looking at my stream health, and mine was fine, but then I had periodically people telling me that they were having buffering, but not everybody was buffering. That's when I knew it wasn't on my end. Okay, so that means it was other places, but it was widespread. That's the point I'm making. So yeah, did you sleep bad last night, Hilly? It definitely could be that. Okay, there's just human resonance. Okay, but over here is what you would want to look at. This happened 12 hours ago, but again, if any of that stuff was getting through, it doesn't have to change the Schumann, okay? It could still affect us just like cosmic rays do. It's been linked to a whole lot of different things. So, yeah. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say, guys. I just wanted to get that out to you guys, give you a little update. Hope everybody's fine. They give you a little explanation on why I was a little upset last night. And didn't want to bring that to you guys. You know what I mean? And thanks everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. Just, you know, keep in mind I'm human too. I try not to bring that stuff to you guys in that way. And I really hope that you guys understand that. But I'm not, you know, I'm not apologizing for the way I felt. I'm apologizing for the way I reacted. Okay? So, and it had nothing to do with you guys at all. So anyway, guys, God bless. Yahusha saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.